Good morning. I want to say hello to all of our friends and family at the community of Eastridge Presbyterian Church in Lincoln, Nebraska. On this cold and snowy Monday morning, it is October 26th, 2020, and it is the year of the pandemic. I wanted to come to you today from this space in our sanctuary because it has been almost 8 months since we have gathered here together. And I know that many of you have expressed a great desire to come back and worship here in our space on a Sunday morning. And it is my greatest desire as well. So I wanted to update you and let you know that we have been having some discussions as the Building and Property Reopening Committee over the past week. But those discussions weren't necessarily going in the direction that we all wanted. The statistics in our city and county are not encouraging. Our cases are increasing, our positivity rate remains high, and our hospitals, as wonderful as they're doing a wonderful job, but we are concerned about our capabilities and our abilities to respond to not only the coronavirus, but also the needs of our community, because there are other illnesses as well. There are other health concerns that we have, whether they be the flu or a cold or a bruised eye or a heart attack or a necessary surgery, or surgery that is called elective but is still important for life in regards to knees that are hurting and hips that need to be replaced. And these are all concerns for us as a community. As well, there are financial concerns. We are concerned about our economy. We are concerned about being able to play and be with friends and be outside. So the snow today is really a reminder that we are not finished with this yet. What we have decided to do as the church is to hold our course. The Building and Property Reopening Committee did have long discussions about what to do, and we have decided that at this time it is not right for us to enter the sanctuary. This is simply an endorsement of what we had previously decided, thinking that there would be a spike in October and November, thinking that the flu would be on the rise at that time as well, thinking that the weather would be colder. And so we have decided to stay the course. We would like to invite everyone to worship with us on Sunday mornings here in the parking lot. We are in person. We've had some folks visiting with us as well, which is great. We invite you, when it's cold outside, to stay in your car. We can wave at each other and even talk through the window rolled all the way up. We will still be online live at 10 a.m. every Sunday. And we invite you to worship with us then, followed by a chat that we've started to think of as a faith forum, a way for us to connect to our faith and what's happening in our lives and to stay connected with each other. We also will continue to have our Wednesday evening devotion, our pop-up pause, where Thomas and I may pop up in different parts of our house or our city. We invite you to stay home and watch these, or watch from wherever you are. They're short, 10 or 15 minutes, but it gives us another way to connect. And we invite you to, once a month, on the second Wednesday of the month, by appointment in small groups, to come in to worship. For a 15-minute communion service, one change we will be making is that we will ask you to take communion with you so that you can have it safely in your car. Now, I want to be the first to say that I love all of these new ways that we're worshiping. I am finding great joy in all of them, but I am longing to be back in this space. And so I would like to make an appeal to our entire community, to the friends in the community of Eastridge Presbyterian Church, as well as to our city, our county, and our country. I would like to ask us to be virtual as much as possible. If you have a small group that's meant to meet in the church, if you have a group of 10 or less, we learned last week that that is one of the biggest areas that is on the rise in our city. It's small groups. It's the proximity. It's being close to each other and thinking, I'm just going to be close for a minute. That's what is contributing to the spread currently in our community. Now, I know that virtual isn't great. Virtual isn't the same. I know that many of us are tired of looking at our screens and Zooming. But this is what I'm asking. This is not a committee. This is not the church. This is not the session. This is me, your pastor, asking. Let's commit to this, to meeting online, to connecting online for a month, in a way to get us through the other side of Thanksgiving. I believe very strongly that if we commit to meeting online and using these online connections for this next period of a month, that we will be able to meet in December, not for worship in the sanctuary, but in small groups. We will be able to gather and have small celebrations without food and without drink, but we can share presents and we can be in the presence of one another. And of all the things that are on my list for Christmas this year, please know that that's what I want more than anything. I want us to be able to be in the presence of each other safely. I want us to be able to gather together and feel the presence of God while we're all in the same place. And I'm afraid that if we don't do that now and commit to that over the next month, that we won't be able to celebrate Christmas together. If you have a group that's meeting at the church, you will be getting a letter shortly, an email from me asking if you would consider using the church's Zoom account or a Facebook group or whatever other way to connect, if at all possible, over the next month. Please consider this. Please, please, friends, it is vital over the next month to mind the 3 C's. Avoid crowds, avoid close contact with others, avoid confined spaces, and please, please, even if you're with friends and loved ones, if you're in somebody's home, if you're celebrating, if you're on the porch, if you think you might be getting too close, please cover your mouth and your nose so that we can all have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning in and listening and for this very important information. Keep well. Stay well, dear friends, and may the grace and peace of God be with you always. Amen.